Picture this. The world's appetite for meat is skyrocketing, but the way we produce it hasn't changed in over a century. Right now, industrial livestock farming devours 1/3 of all cropland, uses more fresh water than any other sector, and pumps out more greenhouse gases than every car, plane, and ship combined. That's not just unsustainable, it's a ticking time bomb for our planet. And the ethical cost? Every year, over 70 billion animals are raised and slaughtered, often in conditions that would shock most consumers if they saw them up close. So how do we feed a growing population without wrecking the environment or compromising our values? Enter cellular agriculture, a radical rethink of how we make meat. Instead of raising entire animals, scientists start with a tiny biopsy, just a few cells taken painlessly from a living cow. These cells are placed in a nutrient-rich medium, a kind of soup packed with amino acids, vitamins, and minerals. Inside sleek stainless steel bioreactors, these cells multiply and organize themselves, just like they would inside an animal, forming real muscle fibers. The result? Meat that's biologically identical to what you'd buy at the butcher, but made without the feedlots, antibiotics, or massive land use. Imagine the color palette shifting from the browns and yellows of crowded feedlots to the clean whites of a vertical bioreactor facility, and finally to the vibrant reds and pinks of a perfectly marbled steak. On a microscopic level, you can actually see the cells aligning, building the texture and flavor we crave. And as the bioreactor rises, the fields outside shrink, showing just how much land we could reclaim. But here's the catch. Scaling this up is harder than it sounds. The nutrient medium, the lifeblood of cell growth, is expensive, sometimes costing hundreds of dollars per liter. Producing meat at scale means driving these costs down, making the process efficient, and convincing people that lab-grown doesn't mean less tasty or less safe. There's also the so-called yuck factor, the gut reaction some people have to food made in a lab. And while regulators in places like Singapore have approved cultivated chicken, most countries are still figuring out how to ensure transparency and safety without stifling innovation. The stakes couldn't be higher. If we get this right, we could feed billions, restore ecosystems, and redefine what it means to eat meat. The technology is here. The challenge now is making it affordable, scalable, and accepted. So next time you see a steak, imagine the journey it could take from a single cell to your plate. If you want to see how this future unfolds, stick around. The revolution is just getting started.